Hello, everyone. It is a lovely day in the Gonfalon Bay. We're overlooking the ships and the Colossus. And finally, Sharp has gained enough action with me that he has a quest to offer.
I need to tell you something. You're the only one I know who's nosy enough to care. It's about my former job broker, Federo. I have been wanting to have a word with him ever since everything went tailed up on my last job. You know, the one where we met.
I remember. You didn't tell me much about Federo before.
He hired me and paid me on time, that's all you need to know. But I haven't heard from him since the Raynilla job. I figured he had some connection to the Reformer and my forgotten past. I was thinking we ought to pay him a visit.
Where can we find Federo?
He has this little place in Cedrith Mora. If he's there, we can shake him down for information, then get lost before the Reformer's mercenaries show up. Whatever happens, I know I'll fare better with you there. Any chance you'd like to tag along?
Sure. I'll go with you to Federo's place in Cedric Moral.
Probably better that I don't go to the seat of House Telvanni in Vardenfell alone when there is someone in the higher ranks obsessed with my capture. I know I don't say it a lot, but I appreciate you sticking with me.
I have some questions before we find Federo.
I figured you would. I hate Cedrith Mora, so I'm not in any hurry to get there. Ask away.
Have you spent a lot of time in Cedric Moral?
I used to have to go to Federo's place to get paid before I convinced him to start utilizing dead drops. Tried to teach him how to fish once or twice. It didn't take. He always tried to get me to go drinking with him instead. Can't imagine why.
Do you think you wanted to be friends?
How should I know? We weren't close. He was just someone I worked for. So, there's no reason to hold back if we need to shake him down for information when we find him, especially if it's clear he's decided to keep working for the Reformer.
Do you think that's what he's done?
He'd be stupid not to. You remember the Reformer was offering 3 times the promised rate to his mercenaries for my capture, right? All Federo ever wanted was to get rich and climb ranks within House Telvanni. Turning me over would get him both.
Then why do you think he hasn't found you yet?
Well, I'm not working for him anymore, am I? I keep it low profile when I'm not spending time with you. Maybe he set up a trap for me at his place, or maybe the Reformer made him disappear. I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
Are you worried about a trap being set for you at Federo's place?
I'd be more concerned if Federo had written acting like nothing was wrong, asking to put me on another job or something. It's not like him to not write. It's the other stuff that worries me more.
What are you most concerned about?
It's not the threat of danger so much. I know we can handle whatever comes our way. It's the Reformer, I suppose. The note we found where he mentioned me by name. I try not to think about the way he talked about me, how unsettling it was.
I remember he seemed fixated on you.
Me, of all people. Guess that's how we know he's crazy. I guess that's what has me so unnerved. I mean, I've done awful things for money, but what's he doing them for? And what do I have to do with any of it?
Maybe Federo will get him some answers to that.
Some part of me wonders if I'd be better off not knowing the answers, but I guess we'll have to see.
Have you heard from Mevi or Dimike since we saw them last?
Mevi, the one who made it clear I was a dangerous liability because I was choosing to go after the Reformer? The one who likely blames me for the death of her wife. That, Mevi? No, I haven't.
What about Dimike?
I don't know how to find her, and she couldn't find me if she tried. Probably for the best that it stays that way. You saw how disappointed she was when she realized I wasn't her Kaj Kujay, the brother she knew from before.
Do you really think that Mevi blames you for Raynilla's death?
Why not? It's probably how I'd feel if it were me. I can't replace Raynilla, but I can try and fix things my way, our way, if you're still with me.
Okay, so between a rock and a whetstone, Sharp has been looking for his former job broker, Federo, to get information on the Reformer. So we are going to Sadrith Mora.
You're worse than a skeever rooting for scraps.
After playing Morrowind, I know my way around Vardenfell much better. And when he says he hates Cedric Mora, so do I.
Oh, dear Tywin, how I long to see you smile.
Bet I'm not the only one who wishes this place would sink into the sea.
You're not. Testimonials on Mushroom Towers. By Minerva Callow, Associate Chronicler. The Telvanni, the most mysterious of the Great House in all respects, features one of the most looming curiosities, both literally and figuratively. The mushroom structures which they live and work within. The house has never given an official statement about their choice of architecture, and most are too frightened by Telvanni's vast power to ask. It's common knowledge that the Telvanni magisters value their privacy, but why not build a tower of stone or wood? I decided to ask the common folk their theories. Names have been changed to protect the speakers from Telvanni attention. I first talked to local merchants who weren't officially affiliated with the house, but often sell wares to its members. A rather exasperated dark elf named Verna was happy to explain her theory. It's the smell, that's what it is. They're obsessed with this three-forsaken stench. Can't get enough of it. I think there's something about their biology, something different from other dark elves. Makes them just crave the smell of mushrooms, so much so that they magicked them into towers. I've heard they sit up there all day and just inhale the fumes. Me? I just get headaches. What's wrong with the fresh scent of pine or stone or any other honest building material? Sometimes I think I'd rather see the towers made of siltstrider dung than of moldy old mushrooms. An Argonian innkeeper makes some waves, believes that the purpose was more functional. Well, we all know that the Telvanni are isolationists. They can't even be bothered to attend the inter-council meetings. My guess is that they eat the mushrooms to save on trips to the market. Only makes sense, doesn't it? Mushroom stew, mushroom pie, mushroom gravy. There's a lot you can make with bits of mushroom. You just don't notice because their slaves gather this stuff discreetly. Wouldn't want to ruin their image by being mushroom fanatics, would they? Well, more fanatical, I suppose, than simply having your entire house built out of this stuff. A rather friendly dark elf merchant by the name of Hader had a vastly different opinion on what the mushrooms were used for. I've heard that mushrooms are a powerful aphrodisiac. Really makes you wonder what those magisters do all day up in those towers. Thought about taking my own collection, for purely studious purposes, of course, but I'd rather not attract the attention of the homeowners. Telvanni mages aren't very giving dark elves, even when well pleased, and I suspect they might be pleased more often than they let on, if you catch my drift. By the way, you said that you were changing my name for this, didn't you? The merchants who catered to Telvanni were interesting sources of material, and raised many questions for me to consider, but I found myself drawn to those who worked directly for the house. Though most slaves were unwilling to speak to me, I found an orc hireling who had this to say. Well, who else is using the mushrooms? If they're there, they're there. Might as well make some use of them. Only useful decision the Telvanni ever made, truth be told. Maybe the truth was that simple. Telvanni found this native flora and simply wished to make use of it. A matter of convenience seems to be the most plausible theory I've heard. But was it the truth? I had but one more source I could find who would speak their mind, a Khajiiti trader by the name of Rumak, who explained, this one always thought the towns were built to intimidate outlanders. Rumak was most unsettled when he set up business in Retracted. Having such a strange tower looming over you, perhaps it represents the Telvanni themselves, yes? Imposing, mysterious, almost haunting. The Telvanni do not wish to welcome ones such as us to their lands. It's in their best interest to keep us frightened. I could get no official comment from a member of House Telvanni other than a few strongly worded requests that I cease my inquiries, but my curiosity cannot be contained by mere threats, and the mystery of the Telvanni is something I will always find myself attempting to unravel. I take heart in the fact that even under the House's oppressive eye, so many shared with me their thoughts and theories, each more interesting and thought-provoking than the last. Now, I am not a big fan of the Telvanni.
honest merchant. Trust this one.
Wow. Where is this guy?
Nice little place right on the water. And get this, Federo doesn't even like to fish. What a waste. Door unlocked. Place looks abandoned. We're off to a great start. Federo only drinks sugary Sujama cocktails. The wine bottles can't be his. Those are rags by Federo standards. Not his style at all. I hate that I know that.
Hey, who are you?
Here's our wine drinker. I can smell it on her. Where's Federo? Who are you?
I'm Federo's betrothed. Leave now, before I call the guards.
Right.
Look, I don't want any trouble. Federo is a good enough sort. He wouldn't mind that I've holed up here for so long, honest. Because, we were engaged to be married. As you can see, losing him has made me take to drinking. Oh, how I miss him.
What? Where is Federo?
Oh, he's dead, I'm afraid. Killed by some mercenary called Sharpest Knife. Just brutal. Nasty business. Tragic, really. I'm heartbroken. We were going to get married, you know. But he told me that since he's dead, I can keep the house.
How did Federo tell you? How did Federo tell that to you if he's dead?
Good question. Look, Federo just told me to say that to anyone who came asking after him. He's a good guy, really. Said he was meeting someone who was going to keep him safe. You're not trying to hurt him, are you?
Yeah, some information we need, that's all.
Oh, information. Well, this seems harmless enough to me. He had me seek passage to East March for him. He paid me in wine to do it. Let slip he was headed to Twinkler, Tinkerer Tobin's workshop, I think. Does that help?
It's a start, thanks.
You two are a lot more friendly than the mercenaries that came round looking for Federo a while back. Of course, when they wrote me and dragged me out of bed, I was nearly sober, I think. Anyway, they haven't been back since.
Mercenaries?
Hired by a client of his, I think. Didn't sound too happy with him. And they weren't too happy with me after I hurled all over the one holding me. Lot easier to lie when you're sober, but where's the fun in that?
How do you actually know Federo?
Oh, we're just friends. Drinking buddies, really. I think he always had a thing for one of his mercenaries. Told me about him once, but I forget. I'll set you up with him if you like. He's a great guy, really. Gave me his house.
Where did you say he went again?
Toby's... No, that's not right. Tinkerer Tobin's workshop. East March. Oh, bundle up if that's where you're headed. I hear it's cold there this time of year. Or every time of year, I suppose.
So, Federo's not just a coward, but a liar too. As if I cared about him enough to track him down and kill him. He should be so lucky. The elf is too drunk for me to understand most of her story. What did you get out of her?
And she said Federo was headed to East March to meet someone.
Right. But whom? And why East March, of all places? Federo wasn't stupid. He'd know I'd see through a cover story as fake as this wine drinker being his betrothed, and he knows how good a tracker I am. Why leave such an obvious loose end?
Maybe the cover story wasn't meant to fool you. Maybe he's running from the Reformer.
I suppose he'd be in trouble if he didn't make every effort to hand me over to the Reformer. I just can't imagine why he'd do that for me. The place the elf mentioned is west of Cragwallow, right on the hot springs. Ugh.
Let's see if Federo's still there.
East March, of all places. The armpit of Skyrim. Federo must be really desperate to hole up at this Tinkerer Tobin's place. I'm sure he's just miserable.
You don't like Skyrim?
I don't mind the endless tracts of ice and snow, but Eastmarch has that rotten egg smell from all the hot springs. Makes me want to gag. Besides that, the Nords of Windhelm are a bit chipper for my taste. Otherwise, no strong opinions.
It's been a while since Federo fled. Do you think he's just still there?
I'd be surprised if he were. Like you said, he was meeting someone. If we have to do more tracking, that's fine by me. I'm good at that. I can't picture him staying in the wilds of Skyrim for long, though. He's what I'd call an indoor elf.
You seem to know a bit more about him than you let on before.
When I say he asked me to drink with him once or twice, I might have agreed once or twice. Easier to think of him not as a friend if he happened to sell me out to the Reformer.
You think he'd do that?
I did, but I'm beginning to rethink that theory. I'm not going to say I was wrong until I actually am, and probably not even then. Are you done with the questions? We have an armpit to get to.
They should have been back by now. Captain Alhana said they'd meet us here after an evening of prayer,
That's
right?
what she said, but I don't see them. Maybe what the traveling nurse said is true.
Eastmarch of all. Should have been more prepared.
Okay, we changed a little bit. Have a frost staff. And I like those green eyes, so I put them in with this look. Her gear has changed a bit. I've gone back to a monster set, which is Celestrix. Instead of the 2 sets from the Infinite Archive, with Yoke and Soul Ring, I'm changing things a little bit. So she's got a Maelstrom Ice Staff. We're going to be focusing on ice damage, which will give me some, it's replacing the damage shield from the other set. But she is now in full light gear, which is good for the bonuses for the armor. And we really only need to upgrade this ring. I just need to make about 100k here to do that one piece of equipment. So things look a little bit different. We are focusing on damage. So her crit is up to about 45%, which is pretty good. You could go a couple different directions. You can focus on your mana pool and try to do higher base damage, or you can focus on your crit and try to do more damage with your critical chance. And since that's about
Been on the lookout for
44%,
that.
almost half the time that you're going to crit, a lot of players go in that direction with the DPS. And since I have the Maelstrom Ice Staff, it's one of the better. You get this from the Maelstrom Arena. There's a better one called Maelstrom, the Perfected Maelstrom, but I do not have the patience to run like an hour trial to get a chance at something that I'm probably not going to make it to the end, and then I'm probably not going to get the drop I want. So This one increases the damage of Wall of Elements done by 1250. That's significant since it's an area attack, so I am doing that as my opener now. And then I have 2 skills from Herald of the Tome, because that supports my gear set. Spattering Disjunction, dealing damage with an Arcanist ability, applies 2 random status effects to your target and generates a Crux. So I am maximizing Crux generation and crit. And it seems to be working out pretty well. She kills things very fast. Hello, Fifi Bear. Ice will also snare things. Makes it harder for things to get to me, easier for me to move around. So I haven't really played with Ice Staff much. So this is new for me. I've usually gone Shock because my main character is a sorcerer who just everything is shock.
Hello? Who's there? Please don't be another bear.
Well, look who it is. Federo. I thought one of your mercs took you out.
Sharp? Sharp? What are you doing here? Please, I didn't reveal anything to the Reformer about Sharp. I just ran. Sharp never mentioned being a former Telvanni slave. On the souls of my ancestors. I didn't know. I'd never have put him on the job if I had. I swear!
Sharp didn't know either. We're trying to track down the Reformer. What can you tell us about him?
Track him down? What, to kill him? Oh, I suppose someone has to. You really think you can? Listen, I had plans to blackmail the Reformer before I realized how stupid that would be. The cache of information can be yours and Sharp's, for a price.
What do you want?
Not what I want, but what I need. A new life. New name, new identity, new clothes. I heard there's a document forger in the Adept's Retreat in Windhelm. Work out a deal, then meet me in the Outlaw's Refuge. I'll tell you where I buried the cache.
We'll see what we can do.
Please hurry. I'm really not built for this climate. I just need passable documents and some clothing that doesn't make me look quite so Telvanni. Then I could be on my way. Remember, I'll meet you in the Windhelm Outlaw's Refuge after, all right?
Why did you have Ganthalon tell people that Sharp killed you?
Oh, that. I thought it'd make Sharp seem dangerous and unpredictable. I thought it'd throw the Reformer off his scent and mine. And I thought maybe the Reformer would be afraid that Sharp was coming for him next. And look, now he is.
Did the Reformer offer you anything to turn in Sharp?
Of course he did. Gold, power, prestige. He practically sounded like a game of tribute. It'd have been so easy, and I'd be living like a king right now if I had.
Why didn't you do it?
Turn over my best mercenary? I couldn't live with myself if I did that. Only got as far as I did on the peninsula because of Sharp. I might have called him my friend if he were the type to make friends. Speaking of, who are you exactly?
I'm Sharp's friend. We met when you put him on the Raynilla job.
Huh. Well, good you came along, or we'd both probably be a lot worse off. You know the Reformer is obsessed with Sharp, right? He won't kill Sharp, but I'm sure he'll cut down anyone else who stands in his way. Just be careful.
New clothes? You're shameless.
Come on, Sharp. I've been good to you, haven't I? If you can't find something nice, at least make sure it's warm.
Federo ran instead of trying to turn me over to the Reformer. I didn't expect that from anyone, let alone someone like him. We'll see how reliable this forger is in Adept's Retreat. As for clothing, I have no idea what we're going to do.
Do you trust Federo to give us the information we're after?
It's probably not going to be much. He gave up on using it as blackmail, after all. He's clearly scared for his life. Maybe helping him isn't the worst thing, but I say we don't go out of our way to set him up for a life of luxury.
You sure there's someone who can get us what Federo wants at the Adepts Retreat?
It wouldn't have been my first place to look either, but I guess a truly skilled forger could hide in plain sight. If that's what Federo heard, let's follow his lead. He's been here longer than we have, I suppose. It's the clothes I'm worried about.
Are you worried you'll disappoint Federo with your selection?
Please. Like I care. But I owe him for not giving me up when he could have. I'll leave the selecting to you, since you clearly have more particular taste than I do. Federo will probably appreciate your judgment better than mine.
If you say so. Let's get going then.
Let's just do what we came here for, and get out of here.
Yeah.
Bottoms up.
Sharp? Stranger, what are you doing here?
I could ask you the same... Oh, no. You're the forgery expert, aren't you?
Keep your voice down. After I saw Dimike to safety, I was lost. I remembered that Raynilla and I came to Windhelm on a holiday once. I just sort of drifted here. But I tried to keep my head down. I must not have hidden well enough. How did you manage to find me?
We weren't looking for you exactly. We're looking to get a forged identity, and we're pointed here.
Raynilla worked hard to bring light to all corners of the world. Now that she's gone, everything feels cast in shadow. Like I've lost my purpose. But forgery is something I know. Something I did for her. This new identity, is it for Sharp?
It's for Federo Angel. He used to broker jobs for the Reformer.
I know that name. Raynilla used to keep tabs on him. She wrote him, pleading for him to defect as an abolitionist. I was convinced he was a lost cause, but Raynilla didn't believe in lost causes. He's really had a change of heart, has he?
He refused to give up Sharp, and he's agreed to give us all the information he has on the Reformer.
Raynilla's work, then. It wasn't for nothing. A spark still remains. Her mission didn't have to die with her. I'll draft up a plausible identity. Something that will allow Federo unrestricted travel, wherever he might wish to go.
Thank you, Navy.
Our contact wanted new clothing, too. Any idea where we might find something easy on the coin purse?
There's a tailor in the armorer's place across town. Standard prices, though. I'd help if I had coin to spare.
Order of the Mages Guild, this document gives Belvis Salavel, courier for the Antiquarian Circle, express permission for fair and free travel across all lands, holds, and borders that have granted access to members of the Mages Guild. The holder of this document agrees to be responsible for any fees incurred during travel, including but not limited to tolls, permits, bribes, meals, hospitality, insurance, ransoms, gambling losses, and robberies. In the event that an antiquity is damaged during transport, the antiquity's value in gold will be deducted from the courier's pay. The holder of this document is a representative acting in the interest of the Mages Guild and the Antiquarian Circle, but does not serve to confirm membership in either party. If found, please return to the closest Mages Guild Hall. This document offers no promise of payment in the event that the holder is found deceased. Signed, Vanis Galarian, Mages Guild founder and Archmage.
They should really make the mugs bigger.
Yeah.
A toast!
Ah, fresh from the warm southern lands. You smell of salt and sunshine.
Clothing here! Free to anyone who can take it off my hands!
Doesn't get cheaper than free.
cheers
Let's
for the
take a look.
Skald King!
Ugh. You carry that. I'll try to keep upwind of you.
I'd really like to get Federo something nice. I mean, Sharp's alive because of you, man.
Yeah.
Come, have a drink.
Yeah.
Is that? You're joking?
Yeah.
I'd like to get him some exquisite clothes. No, I can't pay for my own jewelry right now. You'd like that.
Very slow.
Windhelm Outlaws Refuge. Do I have anyone here who wants to kill me? I don't think so.
Enduring Nord Society by Neville Flaren. If, like the unfortunate author of this text, you have a displeasure of being required by your house to interact with our Nord allies and trade partners on a regular basis, you'll quickly discover that Nord social interactions are far removed from our complex and dignified Dunmeri culture. My frequent exposure to their habits and behaviors has made me something of an authority on avoiding physical harm when in the company of Nords, and I hope it may assist you, the reader, in the same. With Nords, insults are not always insults, unless they are. When conversing amongst themselves, references that might otherwise seem offensive, like "you old porker's arse," might in fact be familiar terms of endearment. One should avoid chiming in with similar epithets unless quite familiar with the Nords in question. Keep in mind, even then, that insulting a Nord's strength, bravery, or honor in any way almost inevitably leads to violence, as the offended party attempts to prove otherwise. Never turn down a drink. You must become an expert at discreetly emptying your 6th or 7th cup of mead underneath the table. Don't worry, there will be plenty of spillage already present. No one will notice. Refusing a drink is seen as admittance of weakness and a sure way of alienating yourself from those who have been forced to work alongside. My last bit of advice is to attempt to speak in the simplest terms possible. Nords, while they do love absurd stories, do not appreciate the finer arts of conversation, and become suspicious of those who speak an elaborate language. A suspicious Nord is a dangerous Nord, likely to go off and begin yelling and throwing accusations that you're deliberately being confusing and must be lying. Keep it simple, and you'll avoid bruises. Good luck, reader. You will need it as you attempt to cooperate with these brutish men.
Two deer ran right through the camp after you left. I made all haste to get here after that.
2.
I'm sure you and Sharp both find it very funny that I stayed out in the wilds, jumping at every noise, thinking it might be the last thing I hear. My poor nerves. But I'm ready to put all this behind me. Did you get what I asked for?
Here's your new identity and your new clothes. Now, can you tell us where you buried the cash?
This is really the best you could do? I'm a courier for the Antiquarian Circle? This document makes it sound awfully dangerous. What's that smell? Don't tell me that's coming from the clothes. You did remember to bring me clothes, didn't you?
If you don't like what we brought you, we'll take it back.
No, I'll take it. Sharp was always my best man for the job. If he says this was the most you could do, I believe it. I guess being a courier isn't so bad, but the smell on these clothes... never mind. It's nothing a good wash can't fix.
We got you what you asked for. Where's the cash buried?
I'll mark the location on your map. It's not far from here. You're really going after the Reformer, aren't you? I'd wish you luck, but I think Sharp's used up all that in finding you. I'm going to need luck more than you two. Courier? Psh.
Good luck, Federer.
So, after you fished these clothes out of the latrine that you found them in, what'd you do? Dry them over a bonfire of mammoth fur? The style I'll just have to work with, but the smell!
I have some questions before we go.
Maybe I could answer them over drinks? I've grown quite partial to the sweet mead they drink here. Oh, never mind. Sharp's giving me a look. Ask and be on your way then.
Why bury the cache of information on the Reformer?
The Nords and others who frequent the Tinkerer's camp seemed affable enough, but I got rid of any identifying information just in case they started to doubt my story.
What was your story?
That I decided to leave a cult and was laying low until its members forgot about me? Common enough and doesn't prompt a lot of questions. Most of the Nords who asked just nodded knowingly and offered me a drink. Maybe I'll keep the story.
How did you get involved with the Reformer in the first place?
I don't know. He seemed nice. He had these grand new ideas, powerful connections, things that mattered to me. Just goes to show, first impressions aren't everything. But you know that. You're friends with Sharp.
What sort of new ideas?
He had it in his head that he could eliminate the need for slavery in all of Morrowind, if you could believe it. He was very protective of his methods, of course. Typical Telvanni. But he said the slaves he had were a necessity to perfect the process.
What does that mean?
I haven't the faintest idea. And hopefully I'll never have to think about such things again. I'm glad to get away from all this. The Reformer really is unhinged. You'll see what I mean when you find that cache.
Of all the places in Tamriel, why did you decide to escape to Tinkerer Tobin's?
It wasn't my choice. I've been getting these letters for some time, pleading with me to defect, stop working for House Telvanni, telling me how I was complicit. When I finally did leave, of course, it was too late.
What do you mean?
Whoever wrote me said I could go to Tobin's as a sort of safe house. They would know somehow that I'd made it there, and they'd be along to set me up right with a new life, new identity. But nobody showed up. Until you and Sharp did, anyway.
I'm pretty sure Raynilla was the one who wrote you. Maybe mentioned she was keeping tabs on you.
Raynilla? Not the one the Reformer was after. I didn't know she was freeing his slaves until it was too late. No wonder she didn't come for me. She's dead, isn't she? Who is Mevi? Someone dear to Raynilla, I imagine?
Raynilla's wife. She's the one who forged your documents.
The one in Adept's Retreat? Small world. I hope you gave her my thanks. And I hope we see each other again. Remember, the world isn't against you. It just seems that way when you're up against a rich and powerful Telvanni Magister.
Thank you, Federal. I want him to have better clothes.
Sharp, how could you, of all people, have picked clothes that smell this terrible?
Look, nothing will want to attack and eat you when you smell like that. Makes your new job a whole lot easier. Let's go dig up that cache.
Do you think Federo's going to be all right?
Before all this, he was a pampered Telvanni rank climber. That is not an illness you recover from overnight. We handled Raynilla's unfinished business with him, and now we're on to more important things. It's up to him how he moves forward now.
Dude, he gave up his entire life for you. Ugh. Are you going to keep in touch with him?
I haven't decided. It might be too dangerous, you know. Probably safer for him to make a clean break from all this. But saying that makes me wonder if Raynilla thought the same about me. If that's why she didn't try harder to find me.
Even if it's more dangerous, I think Federo would probably like it if you stayed in touch.
He does seem the type to get lonely very easily, and he acts all put upon when he does. Maybe I will then, for his sake, and only because you suggested it.
Ugh, Sharp, you're the worst. Yeah, he's tough for me to get along with. He's really misanthropic, very pessimistic, tough for me to have any fun with that.
Buying, selling, trading.
Yeah.
Federo marked the map between those two boulders, guessing it's just under the snow.
Okay, mysterious letter to Federo. Federo, I used to be like you. I told myself that if I could swallow my disgust at the reprehensible things I was asked to do, under the magisters of House Talvani, that things would be different when I was one of them. Heed my words. The only difference between slaves and rank climbers like us is that slaves have inherent value. When one of us dies, another is willing and eager to take our place. And unlike slaves, we have the choice to leave. I know who you work for. I know the wizard who's lining your pockets because he used to line mine. I know you have a limited time before you make a mistake or he decides you've outlived your usefulness. If you want to leave while you're still able, tell no one. Make no special arrangements. March east. Ask after Tobin's with the locals, north of Wit's Daughter. You will know the site by 2 lamps. You will be safe there. Send no correspondence. In due time, I will be by to help you find a new life of dignity and prosperity. And if in time you decide you'd like to do more to help people like us, I would gladly welcome another lamp to light the way. Note from Gadri to Federo. Federo, do me a favor, never hire me on for this client again. I don't mind the work itself, but all this cloak and dagger nonsense isn't worth the rate I'm getting. It's already a secret lair with a secret door next to the bridge to some dwarven ruins. Tell your other contractors I'm leaving the key by the door itself so it's not such a pain in the behind for them to find. All right, I'm done griping. For now, I'll be staying a night or 2 nearby in Nisus. Let me know if there's anything else that needs to be done. If not, let me know where you're sending me my payment. Gadrin. Another letter from the Reformer. Federo, let's discuss this mercenary in person. Pull him off this Raynella job, but promise him payment. He will answer your summons with a little suspicion, yes? He will answer your summons with little suspicion, yes? This letter will reach you before I do, but do keep my coming a secret from this sharp as night. I cannot help but wonder if he remembers me, if his scales are still that dusky midnight blue, if his crest is still glossy with black feathers. Some immutable part of him yearns to be in my possession again. I just know it. Why else would he keep the only name I know him by? He will know me. He must know me. He will see me. He will learn my name. and he will remember my ceaseless endeavors to tame his uniquely defiant nature. I very much look forward to seeing the look on his face when he meets me again for the first time. Do everything in your power to arrange this for me, Federo, and I will reward you with all your heart's desires. Meet soon, Sandoval Urus.
Find anything worthwhile? Or do we need to go back and shake down Federo for something better?
The first letter hints at the location of a secret lair, and the key to it near Nisus.
Nisus. Well, that's not too far. Let's see. Bridge. Dwemer Ruins. I think I know the place. No hope of pronouncing it, though. I'll mark it on your map and we can skulk around for a way inside. Anything worthwhile in the other notes?
The next one wasn't signed, but I think it's from Raynilla.
Raynilla? Let me see. I think you're right. She was the reason that Federo had somewhere safe to go when he needed to run. He protected me because she gave him a way to do so.
The last note must be from the Reformer. He signed it with his real name.
Hello, Sandoval Ulrich. Let's see what a piece of work you are.
Are you all right?
Fine. He's a crazy Telvanni, but we knew that, right? Well, we have the approximate location of this lab of his and a key to get inside. Sandoval wants to meet in person so badly. Let's see if he's there.
If you're sure, let's head to Vardenfell and find that key. Harking thunge sturdums! I can pronounce it. I've been there many times. Yep. Right outside my house. Well, that's a little disturbing.
Good eye. Here's the bridge. Let's talk. Let's see. Nisus nearby. Check. Bridge to some dwarven ruins. Check. Secret door. Could be anywhere between here and the coast. Look, instead of wasting our time searching, I have something that might help us.
What's that?
I've got this little tracking spell I've been working on in my free time. Should be able to pick up on the trail we're looking for. I'll need to concentrate on Federo's letter as I'm casting the spell. You'll watch my back while I do that, right?
I can do that. Let's try out your spell.
Give me a moment. Never tried this with someone watching me before. There we go. Quick, follow it.
It's a Vardvark! Yeah, so Vardvark serves Vardenfell Aardvarks, which is adorable. Hello, Vardvark!
Come on, little one. Keep going.
Hey, I might have just made the money from my jewelry piece. And then my gear is done and upgraded, and now I just have to do it 7 more times.
It's nice to look at, sure, but let's not let it slow us down.
I've redone everybody's gear, so everybody needs work. honey. We're right here.
A Daedric shrine. You want to die? Fine. Right. Nothing left to do but go inside. This place looks deserted, but I don't feel like we're alone. There's something here.
Dead lizard. Lots of cages with dead things in them. Procedure room. Never good. Sondeville's journal. Oh, Argonian skeleton. I've finally done it. The metal, Tyrannite calx, is malleable with the right application of heat and magic. The bonding causes more irritation to Argonian scales than to salamanders. Still, when under my influence, the subjects don't complain of the inflammation or irritation whatsoever. Under my latest series, my subjects are completely suggestible, bright, and eager to carry out my every instruction. My will is their desire. They seem lucid, and when deattuned, return to themselves with a gap in memory, as if no time had passed at all. There will be no more breaking through like Sharp did with his exemplary willpower and resistance. When I find him and attune him once more, his memories will return, and he will remain as sharp as ever, minus his irritating desire for freedom. Then again, that was always what made him special to me. I owe this breakthrough to him, after all, if only he were here for me to thank in person. It is so satisfying to be here at last after I was nearly ruined by my early experiments. My ambition was too much for my loved ones. It cost me many friends and several advantageous betrothals. When I was alone and Sharp remained as the sole survivor of his crop of slaves, I realized how remarkable he was. I dearly miss the talks we used to have. No one, slave or otherwise, challenged me like Sharp did. None are his equal in conversation. His defiance always served as an accelerant to the fire of my inspiration, a whetstone to the blade of my endeavors. He is my perfect experiment, my final challenge. I cannot be angered that he was coerced away from me, even at the cost of his memory of me, for surely I would not have this breakthrough without losing him. If I can bend him to my will and still keep intact what makes him unique, I know I've succeeded. My name shall ring in the ears of every mage, from Necrom to Daggerfall, but it will be a minor success in comparison to having Sharp back. It is not enough to have him within arm's reach. I need him eating out of my hand without risk of him biting it off. Many times I have imagined our reunion. I'm certain he must be in want of his memories. Why else would he have not sought me out and tried to kill me? That he was always far more curious, far more watchful than he liked to let on, works to my advantage. He may deny that he misses what has been taken from him, but I can be the promise of his wholeness. I just need to find him.
What is this metal? When I came in here, I could almost feel it. What the? Sharp! After all this time, where are you? Who's that with you? Stay back!
You touched the Tyrannite and I felt it, Sharp. I felt it. You're still attuned. Do you know what this means? Remember me. Remember us.
All I remember is wanting to kill you.
That's right. And you're so close to being mine once more. Just a moment longer.
The metal! Break the connection! We need to get out of here. Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. I hated him, I'm sure of it, and his lab was deserted. You should have run. Who's better than us? Nobody.
Okay, I'm gonna get somewhere where our conversation will not be interrupted.
Sonderfell, Ulris. There is a bitterness to his name that I didn't taste before. I hated him, I'm sure of it, and his lab was deserted, so we have nothing else to go on. And what was that metal? Have you ever seen anything like it before?
It's called Tyrannite Calx. He's been using it on his slaves. What happened when you touched it?
The Reformer had a hold of me through that metal somehow, like he was trying to reunite me with a piece of myself that was trapped inside. It was a glimpse of my forgotten life, my memories. I'm not making any sense, am I?
Take a moment. You've been through a lot.
I'll be fine. I just need to shake it off. Wasn't expecting him to just grab me like that. That journal you found, was it more of what we found in the letter?
Yes, but he also wrote about perfecting the Tyrannite Calx attunement sometime after your escape.
Right. It's a connection that goes both ways. If we can find more of that metal, that Tyrannite Calx, there may be a way we can exploit it. That's it. If we find more, we can use it to track down Sonderfell somehow.
We might need help with that.
I'll reach out to Mevi. She sounded like she wanted to help us more, right? I'm not used to having people in my corner, aside from you. We're going to do this, no matter what it takes. We're going to be the Reformers' end.
Sharp's Angler's Bounty. Paper-wrapped parcel of fresh fish, bait to catch more fish, and a recipe scavenged by Sharp to make use of all these fish.
Glad you were there to smash that stuff, that Tyrannite Calx. Why can't these wizards just name things in a normal way?
Let's talk about our partnership.
Sure.
How do you feel about our friendship?
I'm not always the most productive when I tag along with you, but it seems like time well spent.
Let's talk about something else.
Glad you were there to smash that stuff, that Tyrannite Calx. Why can't these wizards just name things in a normal way?
Okay, so Sharp's Angler's Bounty. It's a container. So, garlic cod with potato crust. Alright, so,
Glad you were there to smash that stuff.
Okay, so as you can see, he doesn't gain approval, like, quickly at all. So we're still only about, I mean, even less than 2/3 of the way. But I can make garlic cod with potato crust. We're going to continue with the Mages Guild, the Mad God's Bargain. Talk to Velast.
Adept, Shalidor must have found you. Very glad to see you again. I've translated the final book and we're ready to monkey rum butter.
Velast, you've gotten even worse.
No, I'm just very tired. Thanks to Shalidor, we were able to decipher the deeper ritual hidden within the tomes as a set. He's ready and waiting. Together you'll perform the ritual that will... perform like a dancing midget.
You need to rest.
Just focus on the task at hand. I've prepared the ritual space, as you can see. Here are the books. Take them and place them on the pillars of light around the hall. They'll focus the power of the books for the Archmage.
If you insist.
I'll be able to rest soon enough, Adept. Shalidor is the only reason I was able to finish. His enthusiasm and energy sustained me through this difficult trial.
You seem even worse than the last time we spoke.
Please, Adept, I'm going to be fine. As I said, translation of the books has taken a considerable toll. I'm exhausted, but it will be worth it. The Sanctuary will save so many lives and give us all a chance to work in peace.
Okay, so of course, in reality, you would absolutely refuse to do anything that this woman had touched. But, here we go.
Ah, the ebb and swell of Magicka. How I missed this.
Okay, just picked up the bound script vulnerability. Oh, and I got a cool new piece of a monster set. Ice Heart Mask. When you deal crit damage, you have a 20% chance to gain a damage shield that absorbs 6,250 damage for 6 seconds. While the damage shield holds, you deal 1,131 frost damage to all enemies within 5 meters of you every 1 second. This effect can occur once every 6 seconds, and the damage scales off the higher of your weapon or spell damage. So, that is a very cool monster set. She's shifting to frost, so it's in line with her new mode of experience. Alright.
We've done it. We're finally ready to take back my island.
What's the plan?
I'll use the combined powers of the books and wrench the isle back to Tamriel. Sheogorath has lost, Adept. We're almost there.
What can we expect on the island?
It's a lush place, gorgeous and vibrant. We have guild members poised across Tamriel, ready to join us there. It will be the perfect place for the guild to study in peace. It will be glorious.
Shalidor, Velast is not well.
I know. She's very tired, even worse than before. But she's done masterful work in translating these books. And I'm sure she'll be an asset once we reach the island. She'll have plenty of time to rest soon enough.
It's hard to believe that these magical, amazing, sharp minds of their generation can't tell the difference between crazy and tired. She's exhausted and speaking strangely. She's crazy.
I suppose she has been garbling her words a bit. I just assumed that it was due to mortal frailty. I sometimes forget how fragile you are. We will watch over her together, my friend.
Uh-huh. But the trials are over, right?
I believe so. I'm sure you're as sick of the Mad God's games as I am.
Actually, I could have a whole...
Now come. I will perform the
world of
ritual
that.
and open a portal to our new home. Gnomes, attend me! Now, I reclaim what was taken from me. Ivea, hear my call! Something is wrong. I sense. Adept, the lost, follow me!
Yep, she's exhausted. Let's involve her. I say many things about Sheogorath. Stupid isn't one of them.
Damn me for a fool! Why did I trust that madman?
I don't know. What do you mean?
What do I mean? Look at this place! The island is overrun with Daedra. Sheogorath has given us the apple, but it's riddled with worms!
What do we do?
There's a grand hall in the center of the island. We'll be able to survey the situation better from that vantage point. You and Velost make your way up this path. I'll meet you there.
See you there? So Ivea took place, also this was Ulfsild. So on the map, the Scalarium is right here, under us. So we're reclaiming Ivea that Shalidor gave away.
Got your back.
Fascinating creatures, Daedra.
They're not really. They're fairly simple.
Never thought I'd have the chance to study one of those up close. Just spotted another way varieties
Never
of
know what else
Daedra
might
is
be
wrong.
headed our way.
He left us. Why did he leave us? Let's go. Let's go. Can't keep the Archmage waiting.
This is not what we agreed to, Mad God. Leave this place!
Careful, mage. Remember who you're talking to. Our mortal friend has arrived.
Look, butterflies.
Be quiet now, Shally. Adults talking.
I want that spell effect. Shalidor, you're so pretty.
Ah, good. You and I can have reasonable conversations. Shalidor's just too old and crotchety for me.
What are you doing here, Sheogorath? We had a deal.
You know, funny thing about deals. They're really the sorts of things you should get in writing. I said if you completed the trials, you could find the island. The portals to deepest oblivion scattered here and there. A sort of bonus.
So this is another trial then.
If you want to see it that way, sure. It's another trial. I'm sure you and Velas... Oh, hello, dearie. I'm sure you'll have no problems closing the portals. Honestly, I'm surprised the Mistress of Incunabular
Didn't see this coming?
I'm gonna ask the question, but I mean, I've read enough to know that that's the entire purpose of Sheogorath. He drives people crazy, and then they belong to him. So how was that hard to predict in the slightest? Why are you so focused on Velast?
No reason at all. What are you implying? That my choice to curse the books was a calculated move? That crazy old Sheogorath knew there were only a handful of people in the guild that could do the work she did? Oh. Madness.
What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm sure you'll figure it out. You outwitted daffy old Sheogorath, right? Anyway, pull the crystals to close the portals. Have fun. See you soon.
Wait, what do you mean about Velast? I mean, come on. Seriously. Every single book ever written about Sheogorath.
Damn it! What was I thinking? Attacking the Prince of Madness?
You weren't... Sheogorath said something about Velast and the curse he put on the books?
Wait, Adept. You're not making sense. What do you mean? Sheogorath put that curse on those books to slow us down. Make the task more time-consuming.
No, he said he knew there were only a few people in the guild that could translate the books.
Then, the curse was meant to put the books in front of Velast. She was meant to read them. Adept, this is very worrying. But we need to deal with this after the island is safe.
Sure. Yeah. What about Velast?
She'll be with you. She'll be fine for the moment.
Oh my god.
Velast, go with our friend here to close the portals. The Adept will keep you safe.
What will you be doing?
Sheogorath left a powerful ward on this building. I'll need a few moments to crack it open. Go! I should be done here by the time you return.
We'll see it done.
Go! Close the portals. I will see this done.
You know, it would be nice to give a smart challenge to the theoretically smart people, but Shalidor's an idiot. And an idiot with no sense of humor. Even worse. Okay, I need to go up. I'm afraid Shalidor just does not, get treated well in this.
So tired of the fighting. Why can't we all just talk? Always thought my combat spell work was theoretical. Fascinating creatures, Daedra.
That's the Ice Heart set doing that, burst damage around me. That procs a lot. That's good to know.
Skill issue.
Never thought I'd have the chance to study one of those up close. Just spotted another way varieties of Daedra is wrong.
And you would know Velast. You would know wrong, wouldn't you, Velast? Oh dear.
there anything good about these things? Any light or hope?
You asked for it.
Sorry.
There's so many. So much pain and anger and death. Are we kidding ourselves? Can we ever truly be free of war?
Oh.
If I ever get a good night's sleep, I'd love to write a paper about these things. Well, that was exhausting. No more data, all right? They just keep coming. Haven't we killed them all yet? That last one spoke to me. Did you hear it? It said my name.
Okay.
Have you always been like this? I could have sworn you were taller before.
Thanks to you, the island is ours. Now you'll just need to claim the hall and kick Sheogorath back to the Shivering Isles.
I need to claim the hall. What about you and Velest?
I've put a crack in his ward, but no more. The Mad God's power is formidable, even here. You and Velast may enter. I may not. Just make sure to watch after her. I can see the state she's in.
As we dealt with the portals, she began to become more agitated, raving.
I feared the Mad God may have gotten the better of us, but perhaps something can be done. Go inside. Deal with Sheogorath. We've come too far to be put off by his tricks now.
I'll take care of him.
You can do this, Adept. You've proven yourself that you're up to this. Good luck.
I can hear him. I'm coming, Uncle Shale.
Yeah.
Ah, my favorite mortal. Shalidor finally figured out how to let you in. You're here to kick me out, I know. But you know, fighting isn't really my thing. Haskell?
Very good, sir. Have at you, Adept. We will now face each other in honorable combat. On your guard.
All right, Haskell.
Haskell? The pigs, Haskell! Toss them! All right, that's enough. Break it up, you two.
Enough with the games, Sheogorath. Are you going to relinquish the island to us or not?
All right, settle down. I'll just gather me things and go. Velast! Dearie, why don't you come over here?
Uncle Shale, are we going somewhere?
Yes, little one. You're coming with me. Home to the Shivering Isles. Won't that be nice?
Mad God, stay back. The lost isn't yours to take.
Isn't she, though? I can see it on her face. I can smell it in the air. She's crazy. Mad. A lunatic. All that time with Uncle Shio's stories, and she's got the urge to visit the Isles. My Shivering Isles.
I do. I want to go with Uncle Shale. He's got the butterflies. I love butterflies.
She's not wrong.
This is a conundrum. A riddle. A choice. I tell you what, mortal. Why don't we let you decide? Should Velast stay, or come with me to the dear old Isles? In fact, let's sweeten the deal. You decide she stays, I'll cure her. That's right. Uncle Sheo will make her sane again. Boring old Velast, whose only friends are books. Oh, dear.
And if the Adept decides she goes with you?
Well, as it happens, I have one more book here. I give it to you in exchange for Velast. It's called the Folium Discognitum.
Sheogorath, you bastard! You'd throw the folium back in my face after all these years!
Wrote it myself. It's a delightful little artifact. It imbues the reader with the knowledge of madmen. It's very powerful. Worth, 4 or 5 of those sky shard things you adventurers are always looking for. So, Velast stays and I cure her. Or, she goes with me and you, my little mortal, become much more powerful. Your choice.
Uncle Sheo wants to take me to the Shivering Isles. So wonderful. The butterflies, they'll be everywhere. And he has so many books.
Last, he says if you stay, you can become sane again.
But Uncle Sheo, he will keep me warm and he will keep me safe and I'll have so many friends to play with. Books are my friends, did you know?
But what if he doesn't treat you well? He's a madman.
Adept, If I stay, I don't know if... But perhaps with him I'll be happy. Happy like the butterflies. They flap, flap their wings.
Adept, you cannot listen to this offer. This is the exact same offer Sheogorath made me when I first lost Ivea.
What happened?
Life for an archmage is measured in decades, not years. The rituals I performed extended my life, allowed me to continue my work. But eventually even I began to slow down.
And he offered you this folium?
I began work on a powerful artifact, a key to the inner workings of life itself. Glamouril. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, I reached a critical juncture where even my knowledge and power failed me. I needed more.
And in the bargain you lost Ivea.
Yes. I'd read all of the Accords of Madness. I knew the lessons of King Lyrandir, Leopold Arseno, Darius Shano, and still I failed. Don't make the mistakes we did, Adept. Reject this madman's offer.
Yeah, those are the, the Accords of Madness, the books. Those are people that were all driven crazy in their... not just these three either. So essentially, when he says it's worth, 4 or 5 of the skill shards, you either get a skill point for trading Velast's life, or you don't get a skill point. And I never trade Velast's life, so I don't get a skill point. My husband, on the other hand, I don't think he even, read the quest. He was like, what? You gave her away? There's a skill point. Ugh.
Admit it. You're surprised, aren't you?
No.
The look on your face was precious.
I'm ready. I just like talking to him. Can we talk about this?
Of course, of course. What can I tell you? Just so you know, as you talk, I'm going to imagine there's a little person inside you, moving your mouth like a puppet. It helps keep me interested.
What's the catch?
No catch, mortal. Not this time. Look, no matter what choice you make, Shalidor's always going to know I got inside his head. Again. That's what I'm trading you the island for. This is just something between the two of us.
Tell me more about this folium.
Well, see, if you sit a madman down and listen to him ramble, he'll sometimes spout the most brilliant insights. I don't know if you know this, but I spend a lot of time around madmen.
So the folium is the collected insights of madmen?
Aye, and there's some right insightful insights there. You read through my folium and, like I said, worth the power and zip of half a dozen sky shards. Easy.
So, I guess 2 skill points. If Velast stays here, you'll cure her?
You've got it. No strings, no lingering magical afflictions, no nightmare beasties haunting her in her dreams. Ooh, that's always fun. But no. I'll undo what my books did to her. Fair and square. If you deny the folium.
Why would I do that?
I'll be honest, mortal. I haven't had this much fun in years. Your struggle to collect the books, getting to poke Shalidor with a stick. Do you remember the time I had you close all those portals on Ivea? Good times.
I'm ready to make my decision.
Right! A mortal making a decision! Free will and agency! Now then, does Velast stay, become sane again, and live her life out here? Or does she go with me, and you receive the power of the folium discognitum? Which will it be?
Velast stays. I want you to cure Velast.
Ha! I knew you wouldn't take the book! Could see it in your eyes. Oh well, can't blame Uncle Sheo for wanting to give his favorite niece a good home now. As you wish, mortal. I'll undo what's been done to her. The mortals decided to let Velast stay. So, This is where I say my goodbyes. Mortal, nice working with you. Shalidor, never change. Blast, sorry dear, say goodbye to the little dreamlings. The Prince of Madness doesn't stay where he's not wanted. Except when he does. But in this case, he doesn't. Until next time, mageling!
Feel better, Haskell. I love that spell effect.
It's like a fog has lifted from inside my mind. Adept, I don't know what to say. You've saved me from a fate worse than death.
Lost. Are you?
Yes, I'm all right, Shalidor. I'm myself again.
Okay. So, how about you smart... Oh no, all the books are on fire! No! No, not the books! Not the books. Alright.
Don't worry, Adept. I'll be fine soon enough. Now that you've restored my mind, I just need some rest.
You're welcome, Velast.
You've passed the challenges of the Mad God, restored me to sanity, and reclaimed this sanctuary for the Mages Guild. Somehow my thanks seem small in comparison, but you have them. Thank you, Adept, for all you've done.
I can't stay in here, Adept. Let us speak some more outside. Come here, Adept. I have something for you. Adept, you've done so much for the guild. I couldn't let you leave without a final gift. This old archmage has a spell he's been saving just for you.
A gift?
During my time on Tamriel, I developed a very useful spell. A memory charm of sorts. Rather than wasting my time puttering around in libraries trying to find a book, the spell allows me to recall it instantly. If you'll allow me.
Go ahead, Shalidor.
Just need a moment to prepare. This spell has proven very handy. Once saved my life when I came up against a rhyming spirit. She demanded every answer to her questions be answered with a couplet. There we go. I'm ready. Call it Shalidor's Library of the Mind. Ha! Shores, bones, I can't thank you enough. In time, the body you and Velast have formed for me will fade. But with this charm, you'll never forget our trials together. I take comfort in that. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Then accept the gift of eidetic memory. Remember now every tome, every book, every scrap of paper you have ever read. And remember, too, the tale of Ivaeus' return to Tamriel, and the story of the adept who made it happen.
So, eidetic memory is account-wide?
Don't be a stranger, Adept. Ivaea is another home for you now, as it is for every mage in Tamriel.
So I've had access to it from the beginning. It is in the lore library. So these are, yeah, crafting motifs, eidetic memory, Shalidor's library, correspondence. Okay. So now, this way shrine to Ivaea is open. I don't really... There isn't much call to really come here, but there is... The books are no longer on fire. Portal to the Scalarium. Portal to Guild Vault. Portal to Traveler's Falls. Oh. Portal... Oh, okay. Yeah, those are sections of the island.
Don't let this theory of non-conjoined thaumaturgic vectors throw you. It's really quite simple.
What is the Guild Vault? Yep, these are these are sections of Ivea. So it's just a very magey place. Bank.
Let's ride.
It's just like a little town. Well, it's rather amazing that such smart people don't use smart. Just like Hermaeus Mora he is the Daedra of knowledge, but he's not the Daedra of wisdom. He doesn't know how to use any of it. You're supposed to take information and synthesize. What is going on here? Oh, it's a Dremora in chains. Oh, you guys. Okay, I didn't need to know that. Alrighty. Well, I need to get as far away from here as possible. Mages freak me out. But, pretty waterfall. Thank you for joining me.